You know, I was talking to my neighbor Helen the other day. She's 92, still tending her rose garden, playing cards every Friday with her girlfriends, and even teaching a quilting class at the community center. And I couldn't help but think, what's her secret? Is it good genes? Luck? Or is there something she's doing every single day that the rest of us could learn from? Turns out, researchers have been studying people like Helen for decades. Those vibrant souls who not only live past 90, but thrive. And they've found something fascinating. It's not about fancy supplements or extreme diets. It's about simple daily rituals, tiny choices that add up over a lifetime. Now, I know what you might be thinking. At my age, is it too late to start? And here's the best part. Science says it's never too late. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 90, these habits can help you feel stronger, sharper, and more joyful right now. So today, let's uncover the first 2 daily rituals that Helen, and thousands like her, swear by. Ready? Let's start with the one thing Helen does, without fail, every morning. Even before her coffee, she moves. Not running marathons or lifting weights, mind you. Just gentle, consistent movement. Researchers call it lifelong physical activity, and it's one of the strongest predictors of living a long, healthy life. Now, I'm not talking about anything complicated. Think, a 20-minute stroll around the neighborhood, watering your plants, or even swaying to your favorite Frank Sinatra tune while you fold laundry. The key is to get your blood flowing every day. One study followed folks over 65 for 12 years and found that those who moved for just 15 minutes a day had a 22% lower risk of early death. Imagine what 30 minutes could do. And here's the magic. It's not just about your body. That daily movement sharpens your mind, too. Helen says her morning walk is when she solves crossword puzzles in her head. Me? I chat with the blue jays that visit my bird feeder. The point is, find what feels good and stick with it. Your future self will thank you. Now, the second ritual might surprise you. It's not about what Helen does, but who she does it with. Every Tuesday, without fail, she meets her card club, the same group of women she's played canasta with for 40 years. And science says those connections are just as vital as any vitamin. Turns out, loneliness isn't just hard on the heart emotionally. It's hard on it physically, too. A famous Harvard study found that strong social ties can protect your brain, boost your immune system, and even add years to your life. But here's the catch. It's not about having hundreds of friends. It's about having a few meaningful connections. Maybe for you, it's Sunday dinners with your grandkids, or a weekly phone call with your old college roommate. Even chatting with the cashier at the grocery store counts. My friend Ed started a coffee and crossword club at his retirement community. 6 months later, he told me, "I forgot how good it feels to laugh so hard my cheeks hurt." Now, I know life changes as we get older. People move away. We lose loved ones. But here's what Helen taught me. It's never too late to make new connections. Sign up for that watercolor class, volunteer at the library, or simply invite a neighbor over for tea. Every small hello is a stitch in the tapestry of a longer, richer life. So there you have it. Ritual number 1. Move your body in ways that bring you joy. Ritual number 2. Nurture your connections like the precious gifts they are. And here's what's beautiful. These aren't chores to check off a list. They're invitations to savor the life you've built. Now, you might be wondering, what about the food we eat, or keeping our minds sharp? Well, that's where our next 2 rituals come in. Simple, research-backed practices that Helen and others like her have woven into their daily lives. But for now, why not take the first step? Call someone who makes you smile, or step outside and let the sun warm your face for just 5 minutes. After all, Living past 90 isn't about counting the years. It's about making the years count. You've probably heard the saying, "You are what you eat." But when it comes to living a long, vibrant life, I'd tweak that a bit. You are how you eat. Let me explain. Every day at noon, rain or shine, Helen sits down to a bowl of soup packed with whatever's fresh from her garden. Kale, carrots, beans, you name it. But here's what's fascinating. Researchers studying blue zones, places where people live the longest, found that folks like Helen aren't counting calories or banning carbs. They're simply eating foods that love them back. Now, ritual number 3 isn't about dieting or deprivation. It's about choosing foods that nourish your body and your soul. Take Helen's soup. It's loaded with fiber, antioxidants, and all the good stuff that fights inflammation. But it's also the tomatoes she grew herself, the rosemary from her windowsill, foods that carry memories and meaning. Scientists say 2 habits matter most. Fill 80% of your plate with plants, fruits, veggies, whole grains, nuts. And here's the kicker. Stop eating when you're almost full. That 20% gap? That's where the magic happens. It gives your body room to digest and keeps your metabolism humming. My grandpa used to say, "Leave the table while you still could dance a jig." Now, does this mean you can't enjoy a slice of pie or a glass of wine? Heavens no. Helen's famous for her pecan pie at holiday gatherings. The difference is, she savors one small slice with her grandchildren, not half the pie while zoning out in front of the TV. It's about mindful enjoyment, not mindless eating. And here's something we often forget. Food is connection. That potluck with your bridge club, the casserole you bring to a grieving friend. Those moments feed your heart as much as your body. As my dear friend Martha says, a shared meal is a vitamin for the soul. Which brings us to ritual number 4, and this one might be the most surprising of all. It's not about what you eat or how you move, but what you do to ignite your curiosity. Helen started learning to quilt at 78. My hands were shaky at first, she told me, but now I can't imagine my days without creating something new. And guess what? Studies show that picking up new hobbies, especially ones that challenge your hands and your mind, can strengthen neural pathways, delay memory loss, and even boost mood. Now, this doesn't mean you need to climb Mount Everest or learn quantum physics. It could be as simple as trying a new recipe each week, planting a flower you've never grown before, or finally tackling that family tree project you've been putting off. The key is to stay playfully curious. One groundbreaking study found that seniors who took up photography or painting had better memory scores than those who didn't. But here's the secret they don't tell you. It's not about being good at it. It's about the joy of not knowing and figuring it out as you go. That's where the brain gets its workout. Now, I'll let you in on a little secret. I tried knitting last winter. Let's just say my scarf looked more like a drunken caterpillar than a cozy accessory. But you know what? For those 2 hours a week, I wasn't worrying about my creaky knees or the news. I was fully present, laughing at my mistakes, feeling alive. Helen put it perfectly. Growing old isn't about losing your spark. It's about finding new ways to let it shine. Whether it's gardening, birdwatching, or finally writing those stories about your childhood, your brain thrives when it's engaged. And the best part? You get to define what curiosity means for you. So there we have it. Ritual number 3. Feed your body with foods that tell a story. Ritual number 4. Keep your mind dancing with curiosity. And here's what ties them all together. They're not about adding more to your day. They're about savoring what's already there, turning routine into ritual, finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. And that, my friends, is how we build a life that's not just long, but lush, vibrant, and deeply ours. They're not about adding more to your day. They're about savoring what's already there, turning routine into ritual, finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. And that, my friends, is how we build a life that's not just long, but lush, vibrant, and deeply ours. So let's circle back to where we began. The number one secret to thriving past 90. It's not a pill, a potion, or a miracle. It's this: show up for your life every single day in ways that make your heart hum. Move, connect, nourish, wonder, rinse, and repeat. Now, I'd love to hear your story. What's one tiny ritual you'll try this week? Share it in the comments. Let's inspire each other. And if this video resonated with you, pass it along to someone who'd love Helen's secrets. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more ways to thrive at any age. However many candles are on your next birthday cake, remember, today is the day to plant seeds, literally or otherwise. Here's to your 90s and beyond. May they be your most colorful chapter yet.